Is it possible to turn an ordinary phone photo into a seamless texture directly inside Unreal Engine? Let's find out. My name is Aida Drogan. I'm the lead developer at SilverCord-VR, and in this video I'll show you the Seamless Wrap System, a complete toolkit for seamless texture creation. You'll find a link below this video. So, I'll take a regular unprocessed photo and import it into the project. Inside Seamless Wrap Materials Master, I'll create a material instance of Seamless Wrap Demo. This material already has the Seamless Texture Wrap function plugged in. In the main texture parameter group, I assign my photo to the texture slot. The tiling still looks strange at first, but notice that the seam is already gone even with default settings. The demo material also has its own Seamless Texture Wrap function enabled, but we don't need that one, so I'll disable it and smooth the normal. Save the material, and then apply it to an object in the seam. This way, adjusting the settings will be much easier. Place the material instance window next to the viewport, so you can see the object while tuning the tile. Now we can begin adjusting. The first thing we need is crop. Since the original texture isn't square, the proportions are distorted. Enable crop and adjust the crop on each side until you get a square tile, or any other aesthetically pleasing proportion. Next, tweak the seam mask. You can adjust edge, softness, width, mask texture, mask tiling, contrast, opacity, and much more. The full list of Seamless Texture Wrap parameters is available on our website in the documentation section. Using these controls, we gradually blur the border between tiles. Crop can also help change the seam's pattern for a better match. You can also try flipping the mask horizontally or vertically to find the best result. To visualize the mask itself, enable Show Mix Mask in the Mix Mask Debug section. You can also change its color so it doesn't blend with the texture. This is the mask that blends the seam. For some shapes, it may be easier to simply shift the seam to a less noticeable spot. The Offset X and Offset Y parameters in the main texture group can help with that, and they also allow you to change the overall placement of the texture on the surface. Once you're satisfied with the settings, save the material. At this point, the material is fully usable. But we can go one step further. Let me introduce Texture Baker, an editor utility widget included in the Seamless Wrap system for baking textures. With this tool, we'll generate a clean texture asset containing the seamless tile we just created. Open the widget, go to the Graph tab, and in Class Defaults, find the source material variable. Assign the material you just created. Save and run the widget. A settings window appears. Here you can specify the texture size, compression settings, save path, and asset name. You can read more about these settings in the documentation. By default, it's a color sRGB texture, 1024 by 1024 pixels, saved to the widget's directory. After baking, it becomes a regular texture asset that you can use in any material. Create a new material or a material instance of Simple Textured Demo from Seamless Wrap Materials Master, and set the bake texture as its main texture. Done. Visually, it looks identical to the previous material that used the Seamless Texture Wrap function, but in terms of optimization, is much lighter and far more universal. And since it's a baked asset, there are no seam artifacts caused by bitmap sampling that you may have noticed earlier. That's why I consider this workflow the ideal way to use the Seamless Wrap system. Thanks for joining me in this test. If you'd like to support the project or see more tools like this, you can find everything on our website and on Fab.